Billion-dollar IE companies, rapid buses and electric vehicles, startup enablers, tech hubs from the ground up, and kids coding camps. All of that and more in this weekly Wire Roundup. I'm your host, Various Smith III, and welcome to the Weekly Roundup number 3, covering news for the week of September 13th through the 18th. This video newsletter is a wrap-up of articles, news, and events around the Inland Empire and part of Startempire Wire. Startempire Wire is an aggregate location on the web dedicated to connecting you with the best startups, the best people, and the best events in the Inland Empire. Join our email list at startempirewire.com. Now let's get to the news. So first thing we covered this week were $3 billion companies here in the Inland Empire. You know, there's been a lot of talk of unicorns in the startup world. Well, these companies are not just unicorns, but they're actually, they don't just have a valuation of $1 billion, but they're companies with sustainable and time-tested market presence and deliverables that's bringing their revenues past $1 billion. So these companies include Esri, Barnes Incorporated, and Stater Brothers. So Esri, basically the Google of the Inland Empire. That's the way I refer to them. They develop software. Their major software is mapping type software, and I'm sure they do quite a bit more than that. And they have a workforce of people from over 70 countries. Their revenues are above $1 billion. There's Barnes Incorporated, who has 7,000 plus employees. They have deep roots here in the Inland Empire. Their location is in Riverside, California, and they develop electronic components, so transistors, circuit type things. And this company has more than $1 billion annual revenues as well. And they're actually, giving back to the community in quite a few ways. And the final one, you may know, of course you know, Stater Brothers, our beloved grocery chain here in the Inland Empire, who last reported revenues were $5 billion plus. Take that. So yeah, check all of these out in our article on the $3 billion companies here in the Inland Empire. Great article. 4 companies in one country building future tech hubs from scratch. So inspirational article just to give you a glimpse of what technology can do. In this article, we're just outlining this fascinating idea that some companies have of creating modern tech hubs, smart cities, all the way from the ground up. They're not all here in the US, and most of them, as you probably could imagine, would be tech companies. So check out that article as well, and we did that one for inspiration's sake. The next one is the Inland Empire's 10 plus startup and business incubators, or better put, startup enablers. What's enabling startups to do well and contributing to the ecosystem? We got accelerators and we got incubators. And we name off 10 in a list and a few in honorable mention as well. And you can check out the article for all of the full details, but I'll list them all out. Fourth Sector Innovation, Epic SBDC, Excite, Blackstone Launchpad, the Barnes Family Youth Innovation Center. See, there's their name again, the Gordon Barnes, or Barnes Incorporated. Palm Springs iHub, check them out. The Life Center Incubator at UCR. The Inland SoCal link to iHub, it's in Riverside County. And Murrieta Genomics. And we have 2 honorable mentions. So we got OASIS, or the Office of Research and Economic Development at UC Riverside. And finally, Mine and Mill. There's a few others. There are others that we didn't put into this article. And if you know more, please send those over to me. Put a comment on the post. Our email is info@startempirewire.com. We love to report on those as well. The next thing we reported on this week was AYRO and Karma Automotive. They're partnering to produce 300 million worth of vehicles in Moreno Valley. Maybe you didn't know that. Maybe you did. But the agreement was in March of 2019 that Karma Automotive launched its customization and innovation hub in Moreno Valley. So that was in 2019. And they partnered with AYRO. So AYRO will use Karma, their factory in Moreno Valley, where Karma Automotive has complete control of all the stages of the EV production. So all the way from the frame and the chassis, the build, the fabrication center, and the body shop, to the robotic paint shop and the powertrain integration. So everything, Karma has control over all of that at their location, and AYRO is partnering with them. Two companies you may have never heard of previous to this, but there we go. EVs, more electric vehicles being mass produced in that agreement. So check out that article as well on the blog. The next thing we reported on was some infrastructure stuff. There's a 266 million bus transit system coming to San Bernardino in 2024. Maybe you read about it, maybe you didn't. The name of it, a bus rapid transit system, is called the West Valley Connector. So this project is coming to San Bernardino in 2024. The federal, state, and city governments have all collectively earmarked $266 million for the project. Phase 1 of the project is 19 miles long for the bus rapid transit system. In the corridor of that 19 miles will cover cities of Pomona, Montclair, Ontario, and Rancho Cucamonga, with 21 stations altogether between these cities. So this is big. Check it out. More details, lots more details in this post. Here's a summary though. It's going to be big, and it's going to make public transportation in those areas a little bit easier. So, and finally, on October the 3rd, we made an announcement that C3 Expo will be coming to the Inland Empire. I am personally a mentor who trains the kids to write code in this program. It's super cool. And basically the goal is training 1 million minority coders, okay? The C3 initiative's mission is to prepare those 1 million minority coders and makers and designers for tech jobs of the future. And this is one of the things that I've been volunteering with them for several years. And we always encourage them to be creators of technology, not consumers only. Because a lot of parents may say, hey, you know what? My kid is so tech savvy. But the truth of the matter is, most kids are not tech savvy. Like, they may know how to use the technology, and they may know how to consume technology, but do they know how to create technology? Now, C3 is not only open to minority kids, but that's where we focus on. And because the question is, what if the cure for cancer is trapped inside of the mind of a kid who can't afford this type of education? So check out C3, brilliant, amazing project that I'm a part of as well. And that wraps up our articles for the week. And for the events, we have upcoming events, meetings, and meetups. There's a few meetups that are coming up. Monday, September 27th is the Inland Empire Bitcoin Happy Hour. Check that out. It's going to be good. I'm a member of it. I just joined it recently. And I may attend this happy hour just to connect with some of the guys in the community, guys and gals in the community. Monday, September 27th, I believe that's the Redlands area. Also, Techo Tuesday, the Tech Meetup is going to be September 28th, and that's going to be in Riverside at a location called Empire Technologies. Check out the link to Techo Tuesday. Check out the link to Bitcoin Happy Hour. Both of those are located in the Weekly Wire Roundup post on the website. And for conferences and festivals, ongoing still, we've got the Riverside Angel Summit still happening all the way up until November. It ends early November. So if you never applied for it, unfortunately, applications are closed, but there are sessions going on that you can become a part of. If you go to the Riverside Angel Summit website, there's lots of sessions for entrepreneurs, for startups to get themselves educated on important aspects of taking your startup from idea to funding, idea to success. So check that out. Riverside Angel Summit is ongoing. Check out the website. And upcoming festival on November the 12th. We mentioned this on previous announcements, but we're just going to keep throwing it out there. Future Fest. The domain is FTR FST. Future Fest, a beautiful glitch. Okay, this is a full day festival planned out. Lots of great sessions, and technology is going to be sponsored at the session. I'm part of this as well, and it's going to be rad. Check it out, FTR FST. Just join the mailing list. Website is not public yet, but get on the mailing list, and we will get to you once we're ready to launch the website, which is going to be soon. So other than that, thank you for watching the Weekly Wire Roundup. I'm Darius Smith. This is Weekly Wire Roundup number 3. Tune in again next week. Everyone, thanks for tuning in. Peace out. Bye.